welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Gigi with Gigi Loves Beauty Too, and I am back with another video. And today I am finally sharing with y'all my updated 2021 full eyeshadow palette collection. Okay, so grab a drink and grab a snack because we're gonna be here for a while I show you all these palettes. Okay, so I'm not gonna waste no more time. Without further ado, let's get started with this video, y'all. All right, y'all know the drill. Here is all of my eyeshadow palettes, and the last time that I filmed this video, I apologize for my dog. The last time I filmed this video was in 2019, and I had 60 eyeshadow palettes. So we'll go ahead and pause this video and see if you can guess how many eyeshadow palettes I have now. Are you guys ready for the number? This is absolutely crazy. Dun, 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 dun. You are looking at 133 eyeshadow palettes. I also wanted to show you guys my singles. I don't have that many of these. This is not included in the number, but sitting here in these containers are 133 eyeshadow palettes. So let's go on and get into this collection. Okay, so first I'm gonna start with my single eyeshadows, and these are also my glitters right here. So let's start with these. The first one being the Tetris and IPSY eyeshadow. This is in the shade Block Party. And it just looks like that. I won this in a giveaway. I haven't tried it yet. Not this particular single, but I used to have the full eyeshadow palette and I decluttered it, but I wanted to keep the single. This is a single that I got from IPSY. This is from Meech and Mia. This is in Gunmetal. Just looks like that. This is a single from the Balm Voyage palette. This is the shade, what is the shade called? I think it's called Wilkoven. Let's open it up and see. Yeah, Wilkoven. So I got this shade and I was so impressed with it that I went ahead and bought the full eyeshadow palette. Y'all don't come for me about my nails. My nails are looking really trashy today. I have this Model's Own, I believe. I got this in an Allure Eyelights in the shade Granite. This is just a black glitter liquid eyeshadow formula. I'm trying to pull out all of my ones that are not ColourPop. So I have this Pixie by Petra little mini duo right here in Mineral Bronze. This again came from an IPSY bag. As you can see, I don't have a lot of singles. I don't use singles as much as I used to anymore. I used to have a ton of Bare Mineral singles, but I've decluttered like literally all of them, and I decided to only keep these. This is from City Color. This is the Shimmer Shadow. This is a beautiful green shade. It is in Beach Cottage, and I pulled this out. This is actually about to come out now for St. Patty's Day. My favorite green, one of my favorite green shades. I have here this Ellie Eden London single in Willow. I'll open that up, you guys can see that. Now let's get into a few of my ColourPop Super Shocks. This one is Hot Tamale. This one is in Goodbye Butterfly. I have, let's see, I have A Little Quirky and Buzzin', these two right here. And then I have Polly and Lightning Bug. This one is so beautiful. Hold on, I will swatch this one because this one is just absolutely amazing. Like, oh, so beautiful. And then I have one more. This is a limited edition Super Shock, and it is in Birthday Treat. I do believe that they do not make this anymore, so I apologize for that, but I do have it in my collection and it is stunning. And then I just have this Manicadar Beauty Duo right here. It's actually a bronzer and a highlighter, but I'm gonna use these as eyeshadows. And then I have these two Naked Cosmetics loose shadows. This one is in Heavy Metal and this one is in Rainforest. I have here this Steve Laurent Rose Gold Loose Powder. You can use this as either a highlighter or a eyeshadow. The plastic is still on it, if you can see that. I have not tried this yet. This is a glitter that I got from one of my Facebook friends. It's from ColourPop. It's in this shade Got a Jet. It is a multicolor. If you can see that, there are multicolored loose glitters in here. I keep this in here because I don't have anywhere else to put it. And then I've got 2 of the Stila Glitter and Glows. These are the only 2 I have left that have not dried out on me yet. So I have Burnished Sienna and Follow the Sun. And then I have here my liquid shadows from e.l.f. This one is in the shade Purple Rain. And then these 3 are from the Retro Paradise collection. So we have Disco Queen, Flirty Birdie, which is my favorite, and 24 Karat Gold. Okay, let's get into my mini palettes. So we're gonna start right over here. I have 3 of the e.l.f. Bite Size eyeshadow quads right here. These are amazing. I know you guys have seen this all over the YT. If you have not tried these yet, please go get your hands on them. They are only $3 and they are so awesome. This one is in Hot Jalapeno. This one is in Carnival. And this one is in Truffles. I have some NYX Ultimate Edit palettes. This one is the Phoenix one. Brights. The Ash one. The Sex Bomb Femme Fatale. And this one is the Ulta and NYX collaboration. I don't think you can get this anymore. It doesn't really have a name, but this is one of my favorite ones that I own from NYX. I really do love the formula in this and I got this as like a free gift. I've got a little palette here from CoverGirl, So Saturated. This one is the Eclipse version. I have this little Morphe 3B palette. This is just a perfect little nude companion palette to take with you, perfect for travel. I have here 3 little trios from the Dollar Tree. This one is LA Colors Lily. We have Lotus, and then we also have Orchid. I believe I used these 2 in a live tutorial. I did a full face of Dollar Tree makeup, and these trios are really, really good. I have the Violet Voss Fruit Sorbet Fun Size palettes. I think I probably only used this once. Really love this sparkly gray shade right there. I have my Milani. This is the Basic Mattes palette. Just your basic nude all matte palette. Comes with a little brush. And I have here the Maybelline Soda Pop palette. Look, y'all, the seal is still on here. I have not opened this or even tried this yet. I do want to give this a try. This color story is right up my alley, so I definitely will be pulling this out very soon. Okay, since these are talking, let's talk about them. These are 2 all shimmer mini palettes from Pat McGrath. Love this one right here. This is the Subversive, and then this one is the Sublime. This is the more nude one. Oh, these are so beautiful. This is my favorite shade right here, especially for inner corner highlight. I must give it a swatch so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Like, look at this. I mean, Mama Pat really knows how to do her thing with shimmers, okay? I have 2 minis from Natasha Denona. This one is the mini Lila. Yes, this is the mini Lila right here. I bought this on sale from Sephora quite some time ago for like $12.50. And then this is the mini from the Mini Love collection, the Mini Love palette. I won this in her giveaway on Instagram. I have used it, I think maybe 2 or 3 times, and I really do like this. These shades, these 2 matte shades, they pull more purple than pink, but very, very beautiful. Okay, all of these palettes are from Wet n Wild. So we have the Nude Awakening, we have my Glamour Squad, VIP Purple, Stop Playing Safe, and Comfort Zone. And then the last remaining are all of my Huda palettes. So I have 2 neon, 1 in green, 1 orange. I'll open these up so you can see them. Here is what the neon green palette looks like, which is kind of deceiving. There's a lot more pinky purpley shades in here than there is actually green, but it's still a cute palette. And here is the neon orange one. Gorgeous, perfect for spring and summer. Have the Topaz Obsessions. I love these little 9-pan Huda palettes. Warm Brown Obsessions. Sapphire. Mauve, which is easily one of my favorites and most used. Ruby. Amethyst, which is a recent addition. So beautiful. And Emerald Obsessions. So I think I got all my colors. Covered. And then the last of my mini palettes that are in this container is this Bodega Bay 6-piece eyeshadow palette from Ulta. This is like one of my only pastel-ish type palettes that I have from Ulta. I do like their formula, and I like this cute little palette. So yeah, that's that. Let's move on to the next bin. All right, let's get into this bin. So I've got some indie brands and some affordable makeup in here. I've got some other higher end brands mixed in here. Some I've got from subscription boxes. I like the fact that I think I have a pretty unique and diverse collection of eyeshadow palettes. I don't just want high-end luxury indie. I want them all in between. So let's go ahead and get into this one. These palettes up here in the front are all from ColourPop. So we have the Blue Moon palette. The Just My Luck palette. Strawberry Shake palette. I apologize for the messiness of this palette. I think I might have dropped it, and some of the shades are actually like popping out, so I have to fix that, but I think I dropped. Okay, there we go. So you can get a better feel for that. Oh, by the way, this red right here, favorite red. Look at that dip in there. Whenever I need a red, I always go for this one. Either this one or a shade in the one of my Morphe palettes I'm going to show you that has a really nice red in it too. So we have the Proceed with Caution palette. This is the collab that they did with Makeup Shayla. Oh my God, what is with my palettes being so messy? Here we go. So you can see that here, this orange. Let me just give you a swatch of this orange. Like, I think this is a Super Shock, if I'm not mistaken, but girl, yes. Okay, we have Ooh La La, which this is the first one that I got of the monochromatic palettes from ColourPop. I dug my nail in there and kind of messed it up, but beautiful. And of course, my favorite one out of these palettes is this one right here, the It's My Pleasure. My favorite shades are this one right here called Do or Die, and this shade over here, Mr. Sandman. So since I'm saying they're my favorites, let's go ahead and give them some swatches. Okay, so here is, I think that one's Do or Die. No, that one's Mr. Sandman. This is Mr. Sandman. This is Do or Die. And Do or Die is actually a duochrome. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get it to shift for you, but that is what those look like. Okay, got two more. This is the longest running palette that I've had in my collection from ColourPop. This is the first one that I purchased, the Cute AF Pretty Please palette. And last but not least, the Salvaje palette, which looks like that. I don't know what happened with, I'm not sure what happened with this shade right here, but my ColourPop palettes like to be messed up. Okay, next bunch of palettes I'm going to show you. I do have a couple of more ColourPop palettes that are the larger ones that are in another bin, and I'll show you those when I get to them. But right now I want to show you all my palettes that I have from Netty Bird Cosmetics. This is a fabulous woman-owned indie brand, and she does these monochromatic color stories, and they are fantastic. So this one right here is in the balance. I actually have yet to use this. Her pressed glitters, I know a lot of people are not fans of pressed glitters, but her pressed glitters are some of the best pressed glitters that I've ever seen or used in a palette. They're stunning, they're eye-catching, they're easy to apply on the eye. I just love them. This one is the Vitamin C palette for the orange tones, warm tones. This is the Middle Child palette right here. I have created some gorgeous colorful looks with this one. Got some purple, some burgundy, yellow. This yellow glitter, fantastic. This is the Sibling Rivalry palette. Oops, I forgot to take the sleeve off of this one. Right here. Oh, this is probably gonna be my go-to palette for Thanksgiving. I mean, not Thanksgiving, St. Patty's Day. Wrong holiday. This is the Sibling Loyalty palette. As you can see, it's got all these pretty blues. Color story. Their shadows are just so super pigmented, easy to work with. This one is the first one that I purchased. If you guys are new to my channel, my absolute favorite color in the entire world is purple. So I feel like every time I see a purple, anything purple in a palette, I must have it. So this one is the first one I got from them, and this is definitely my most used and most loved, as you can see. And just, I mean, this black and purple glitter down here, oh, so stunning. So stunning. And this brand right here, the owner of this brand, or whoever runs their Instagram team, they are just so sweet and supportive. Anytime I have posted any type of content using any of their products, they show me so much love. So we have here the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, which I feel like is a staple in most makeup enthusiasts collections. I picked this up on sale for $10. I did use it quite a few times and created some really beautiful, colorful looks with it. Love that. Got 3 palettes from LA Girl. This one right here is my favorite that I own from them. This is the Hot Heat. Yeah, the Hot Heat 16 eyeshadow palette. The shades are on the back. That's the only thing I don't like about their palettes, but girl, I did a look the other day and I used this shade right here. This is my favorite shade in the palette. This like dark teal sparkle. Ugh, just such a standout shade. Absolutely love it. All of these shades perform amazing. I haven't tried a bad shade or formula yet from LA Girl. Here are the Break Free palettes. I picked these up during my birthday haul. I have not tried them yet. See, as you can see, plastic is still on it. But this one is the, where's the name? I know it has the name on here. Oh, it's right there. This is the BU palette right here. And then this one is the Break Free, This Is Me. Of course, I had to get the purpley pink one as well. These palettes retail for $16.99, but I purchased them on sale for I think like $7.99, so they were like 50% off. And the packaging is like holographic. Do you see this? Hallelujah. So gorgeous. And they're like really heavy too. Here's a palette I have from Violet Voss. This is the Violet Voss Pro HG Holy Grail palette. You guys have seen this numerous times. I got this when I used to get BoxyCharm in my first Boxy Luxe. Love this palette. Staple, neutral, everyday palette with some pops of some deeper colors in there to give you some dimension. I have here the Balm What's the Tea eyeshadow palette right here. I recently had this in my makeup basket for February to get some more use out of it. And I really do like it. It comes with 2 primers. I tried the black primer. I don't really care for it. I like the neutral lid primer. My favorite shade in here though, of course, is the special shade, which is Tell All. This is a duochrome shade. So yeah, really nice. Underrated palette. I have another, still have this one, the Bon Voyage palette. which is a really good palette for, I bought this to travel with, but I ain't gonna be doing too much traveling anytime soon. But I still decided to keep this palette just because of how sleek and thin the packaging is. So I still really enjoy that. Have here an affordable palette from Essence. This is the Ciao Venezia eyeshadow palette. I have only swatched this and used one shade on my eyes, which is this one right here from like an everyday look. So this is it's a nice palette, affordable. I think I only paid maybe $5 for this. So if you like Essence, you can try this one out. I got this from BoxyCharm. This is the Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Thunder palette. Really, really love this one too. Especially these bright colors here are absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. Love this. This is my Uoma Beauty Black Magic palette. I have yet to use this yet, y'all. Don't come for me. I bought this during my birthday haul. And I have been waiting for spring and summer to come around so that I can play with this bad boy, because look at all these bright, beautiful, bold colors. I'm gonna have so much fun creating a look with this. Super excited. And last one in this bin, I still have my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, which looks like that. All right, on to the next one. Okay, we're actually getting through my collection quicker than I thought we were going to. So I have some other smaller palettes here that I can't fit in this my other container that is right there. So I have them in one of my other drawers. So let's go through these palettes. This was a recent purchase for my birthday haul, the LA Girl Keep It Playful Downplay palette. Looks very similar, if not almost identical, to the Huda Beauty 9-pan palettes. And this to me looks a lot like the Smoke Obsessions palette. So I know the Smoke Obsessions palette is no longer available. So you can, you know, scoop up this one as a pretty close dupe to that. I got this from my IPSY. This is the IPSY Fireside eyeshadow palette, which is a nice nude palette with a pop of color. I have used this, I think once or twice, and I did really enjoy it. It smells really good too. The shadows smell like chocolate. This is a little eyeshadow palette I got as a gift. It's from The Body Shop. I don't even think that this palette has an actual name. I have only used it maybe twice, and I've just dipped into like the neutral shades to create a really neutral look. The eyeshadows aren't that pigmented, but it's cute. It's called the Paint in Color palette. This one is another IPSY. This is the Space Case Cosmetics Quad. And these are all shimmers. These three shimmers here are, they look a little similar to me. I mean, I can tell there is a slight difference between these two, but I've only swatched these shades, and honestly, the only shade that I'm really drawn to is this one right here. So, but I do plan on picking this up and using it soon. I do have one more Huda palette that I didn't show you before. This is the Nude Rich palette. So I did pick this up, I believe also during my birthday haul. I have used this once, but I think I only used the matte shades. I haven't dipped into the shimmers yet. I have here this little quad, this little pressed glitter quad from Pixie by Petra. This is a Blue Pearl. And I have used this one and this one so far. I haven't dipped into the other two glitters yet, but trust and believe there will be looks coming, including these glitters. Two other eyeshadow palettes that I received that are new to me from Kylie Jenner. This one is the Burgundy palette, I believe. Also picked these up during my birthday haul. And then this one is the Purple palette. These were on sale for $12. Literally the only reason why I picked them up. Still haven't had the opportunity to use them yet, but I am going to, you know, you guys already know I'm on a no/low buy this year, and I do want to get more use out of my makeup that I have. This is the Makeup Revolution Foil Frenzy Fusion palette, and this palette is so stunning. The formula of the shimmers are very, very soft and creamy. Let me just swatch this red for you so you can see. This palette is only $12. And I mean, look at these. Look at that. I mean, this is literally a full palette of one and done eyeshadows. You can literally take any one of these shades, throw it on your lid, lashes, liner, call it a day. I mean, just look at that. And still pigment on my finger. Next palette we have is the Purple Haze palette from Cara Beauty. And I received this as a gift from one of my girlfriends on Facebook. I used this just only one time. And I did, of course, I gravitated towards that glitter right there, top shelf, beautiful. I want to dip into some more of these pinky and orangey yellow shades here, coming up real soon in the upcoming months. This is probably one of my favorite palettes that I have ever received from BoxyCharm. This is the Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe palette. Y'all, the mattes are so pigmented. The shimmers are stunning. I mean, just look at this one. I'm not gonna try to pronounce the names because I'm gonna jack them up, but girl, like, look at that. One swipe. Ugh, so beautiful. This is one of my go-to palettes for the summertime. I love, love, love creating bright, colorful looks with this. I have two palettes from formerly known as Kat Von D, which is now KVD Vegan Beauty. I have got both of her shade and light palettes. This one, I think is the matte one. Yeah, this is the matte one right here. And then this is the shimmer one. I have 4 palettes from Ace Beauté. This is the palette that started the obsession with Ace Beauté. This is the Ace Beauté Grandiose palette. One of my favorite warm tone eyeshadow palettes that I own. I have never created a bad look with this palette. Jasmine is a beautiful inner corner highlight. This Primrose, just these two shades, that in the inner corner, done, done, and done. Then we have the Vintage Dawn palette, also received this from BoxyCharm. Oh, I mean, look at this bright orange. I mean, these shades, the pigment on these shadows are absolutely incredible. Also, this is a Black-owned, woman-owned brand. Make sure you go support that. I have the Ace Beauté Flare palette. And another favorite, the Ace Beauté Oceanic palette. I mean, just look at all of these beautiful greens and blues and turquoises. I mean, these two shades here, this shade of blue, I don't think I have these shades in any other palette in my collection. So yeah, this is not a declutter. I'm just showing y'all my palettes, okay? These palettes ain't going nowhere. I got 2 palettes from Tarte. So we have the Tarteist Pro Remix palette. I got this from Boxy Luxe Box, I believe. This is mostly all shimmer. They've got just a few mattes in here, just these 2 and this black. And then all the rest of these in here are shimmers. Then I also have the Tarteist Regular Pro palette, and this is just an everyday neutral palette. I picked this up half price. I'm such a matchy person. I pick up one palette and I gotta have like the companion palette to go with it. Plus this has some cool tones in it. This has some cool tones and some warm tones, and I'm looking to dip into some more cool tone looks this year. This is my Nomad Berlin Underground palette. This is the only palette that I have from Nomad Cosmetics, which I am planning to change this year. I got this from an IPSY bag and I adore this color story. I think it's so unique, it's so different. It may not look like it's unique and different, but trust me, this is unique and different for me. I was completely drawn to it, and now I'm completely drawn to their brand. I cannot wait to pick up more palettes from them. This right here is the You Can Be Aromas palette, which is a dupe to the Huda Beauty Nude palette. I have the Sea Colors Around the World palette. This is the dupe to the Urban Decay Born to Run, which I do have that palette as well, which I will show you that. And then last in this bin is the BH Cosmetics Royal Affair palette. I hope that y'all are still with me and you still want to finish seeing my collection. We are entering the home stretch. I only have 2 more bins to show you after this one. So this one has my only 3 luxury palettes that I have back here. I've got some of my Z palettes and some other random palettes. So this is a Z palette that I created. And this is a, I believe a shade from Crown. Yeah, that's a shade from Crown Beauty. These 3 shades right here are from a Milani palette that I depotted. Also these highlighters right here. And then these nude shades were from an Ulta All Matte Nude palette, and I just depotted it and I created this little nude palette with a pop of color and some highlighters in it. In this Z palette are all of my Terra Moons shadows. The first row is this is the first round of shadows that I purchased from them. And then the second row right here, I just also purchased these. These are the Cosmic Chameleons right here. So I cannot wait to use these. And I also want to expand my sparkly shifty duochrome collection. So can't wait to get more of that. And then this other little Z palette just has 2 more shades from Crown Beauty. I just have a brown and a deeper green. This is the Pure Defense Anti-Pollution eyeshadow palette that I got from my Tribe Beauty box. Just a really nice everyday palette with some beautiful shimmers and a nice soft black. This black is not super pigmented. You have to build this up quite a bit to get it to where you want it, but it's nice that it's not super pigmented right off the bat if you are a person that doesn't really care for black to be in your face like that. This is the Suva Beauty The Rose Period palette. Also another palette I received from Tribe Beauty. And this palette is gorgeous, y'all. Beautiful color story. This shade right here is a gorgeous highlighter as well as an inner corner highlight. This palette right here is from Urban Vibes Cosmetics. This is another Black owned beauty brand. And I just noticed, look at the packaging. Do you see? Look at that. Yes. Again, you can see this palette is well loved. I've used this quite a bit. I love the variety of looks that you can get with this palette because it's got some great neutrals. You got a black, a white, a bright blue, purple. I mean, this palette just does it for me. This is the BoxyCharm Hello Charmer palette. And as you can see, my favorite shade, which I'm probably gonna hit pan on soon, is this Swipe Up glitter. This glitter is multifaceted, multicolored, and it morphs into whatever shade you put it on top of. I mean, just stunning. I would swatch it, but I don't wanna like be able to not get it off my hand, but the only thing this palette is missing is it doesn't have a deep enough transition shade for me. So I pull this out when I want a more like lighter look, I guess. This is my Ulta Beauty, sorry about that. This is my Ulta Beauty Rose Gold palette. Right here, this is just a nude rosy themed eyeshadow palette. This shade right here though, Delilah, stunning, stunning. Okay, I've got 2 eyeshadow palettes from, sorry that you can see me. I got 2 eyeshadow palettes here from Profusion. This is the Sienna's palette. Just your gorgeous warm tone, right up my alley, warm tone palette. See theme? I love me some warm tone eyeshadows. That's why I don't need to get any more. And then this is the Temptress palette. This is the one that has a lot more variety when it comes to color. And this is a great like date night palette. Like when you want to step up your game and create a really nice glam look with affordable eyeshadows. Really good. I think I only paid $7 each for these palettes. I bought them on clearance right after the holidays from Target. Okay, let me start with these. This one is brand new to my collection. I just showed you guys this in my IPSY X unboxing. This is the Rose Gold Remastered palette. I have used this a few times. I've dipped into a few different shades. Haven't tried it all the way yet, but Cannot wait to continue to use that. And then this is the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. So as you can see, I have a lot of Huda Beauty palettes in my collection to try. So last but not least in here are my luxury palettes, which is very small. So I have my one and only full-size Natasha Denona Safari palette. I picked this up on sale for 50% off. This palette retails for $129. I paid, once again, 50% off. And I picked this one because this is the all matte one, and I don't have a whole lot of eyeshadow palettes that just have all matte shades. I love this grungy fall type color story, but to me, I think I can use this palette anytime that I want to, all year round. Really like that. And then we have Mama Pat. So this one is the first bigger palette that I purchased. This one, which one is this? This is, oh, right here, Golden Opulence. This is the Golden Opulence palette. And it looks like that. Here, let me take the plastic so you can see the shades. That's what that looks like here. And then my full big baby here, the Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction palette. And you guys know I picked this up for my birthday this year. Well, I'm just taking it out of, just give me 1 second, let me get this out of this pack. Here she is in all of her beautiful glory. So I am just so happy to finally own one of these big Mama Pat palettes in my collection. You will definitely see more looks with this baby. So this bin right here, as a matter of fact, if I didn't tell you guys, all of the storage that I show you in any of my makeup collection videos, all of the storage comes from the Dollar Tree. So let me show you these palettes right here. So this is all of my Juvia's Place, all of my Morphe palettes, my 3 large ColourPop palettes. That is what we got going on here. So let's start with Juvia's Place. We have here the Saharan palette. And I recently, in 2020, I really ramped up my collection of Juvia's Place palettes. As you can see, I have quite a few of them, and they had so many amazing sales, which is why I have so many of their palettes now. So that's the Saharan. Here is the Afrique, the Nomad, the Festival, which I just used this the other day for a teal look, and this shade right here, I had that on my eyes and it was absolutely stunning. And the Zulu palette, which I think this is my favorite colorful palette that I have from Juvia's Place. And then I have my Warrior palettes. So the newest one to the collection is the Warrior 3. This is brand new. I have not touched this yet. The Warrior 2, which is the all matte one. And the Warrior right here. And then my last little Juvia's Place palette is the Mini Nubian, which is just their everyday palette right here. Okay, I do have this Ofra palette up here. This is the Glitch palette. I picked this up for $10. They have 2 of these palettes. I only felt the need to get one. It is an all shimmer. And as you can see, these are, you can actually pop these out and put them in a Z palette. But I love the packaging of, absolutely love the packaging of this right here. So I decided to hang on to it. Okay, so I'm gonna put these to the side. And here are my 3 larger ColourPop palettes. So, newest one, well actually this isn't the newest one in my collection. This is the So Jaded palette from Kathleen Lights and ColourPop, and it looks like this. I have been wanting this palette for so long. I'm so happy that I finally have it in my collection. I'm pretty sure I hauled this in my 2020 finale haul, my last haul before I started my no-buy. Here is the Bare Necessities palette. which looks like that, which has, I have really enjoyed using this palette. I mean, look at how many shades I've used, you can see in here. And I love my beautiful colorful looks, but this palette right here, I absolutely fell in love with. This is a go-to palette for me for every day for work. I mean, it's just phenomenal. And then I have the Stone Cold Fox, which this is the newest ColourPop palette to my collection. Again, I got this because it's cool tone. I want to experiment with more cool tone shades, and I find that ColourPop's formula is really conducive and shows up really nicely on my skin tone with these cool tone shades. So you definitely will be seeing more looks with this palette. And now we have all of my Morphe palettes. So I'm going to start with the smallest one. This one is the 15N Night Master palette. Okay, now y'all don't come for me. This palette is really janky, okay? I have nicked my nails in it. I think I've used every shade. And yeah, I really love this. Love this a lot. Got this from BoxyCharm, BoxyLuxe, my very first BoxyLuxe, and I used a mess out of it when I first got it. This right here is the Morphe 18F Talking Flirty, which I believe they just repackaged these in like the corresponding, whatever the color story is, the packaging is now that color. So I picked this up before they did that. So that's why it looks like that. And then this one is the 18A Blew Ya Away, which is the blue one. I lost the card that had the colors on it, so. Tis what 'tis. Okay, so this palette right here is the 35M Boss Mood palette. Oh, I mean, this color story, y'all. The diversity and just the types of shades that you have in here, I really love this palette. I'm glad that they didn't stick a bunch of similar shades in here. I mean, there are some shades that are kind of similar, but for the most part, this palette is so versatile. Pick that up on sale. Now, these two palettes I've had in my collection the longest. These are the 35OM and OS. So this one's the OS, which is all shimmers. And I'm honestly thinking about decluttering these because I've had this palette for such a long time. And I literally have only used 2 shades out of here. This one and this one. Like, it breaks my heart to even think about trying to declutter these. This one is the 35OM. But if it's sitting here and I'm not using it, I'm just like, I don't know. But I love them though. Y'all let me know down below. What do y'all think? Do y'all think I should keep these or do you think I should declutter them? Let me know, I need some help. All right, one palette I know is not going anywhere is the 3503 Fierce by Nature palette. I did a rainbow look with this palette and it was absolutely stunning. Love this. Once again, picked it up on sale for half off. And yeah, love that. Not going anywhere. Also not going anywhere are both my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palettes. This one is the first one. Now, this is not the original one that came out. This is the reformulated one and repackaged one, as you can see. But I have used this a couple times and I was just like, if I'm going to be a palette collector, this is a palette that I have to own. Like, I have to own this. Like, I have to own this. And then last but not least in this bin is the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2, which is the more bright, playful one of the two. I've used this several times. This one has also a very amazing red. It's called Living My Best. This is another one of my go-to reds that I use when I need a good one. This is it, you guys. This is my last and final bin. I wanted to save this for last for you guys. Once again, this gold basket is from Dollar Tree. These are some of my favorite eyeshadow palettes that I own. They are on display in my bedroom, so let's get into them. First one is the Dose of Colors Desi and Katie Friendcation palette. This is my go-to special occasion palette. Whenever I want to create a really special look to go out with my husband, this is the palette that I gravitate towards for that. And the packaging, I mean, can we just admire the packaging for a second? Here we go. Yes? Okay. This one right here is from Urban Decay. This is the Back Talk palette. Now, this palette is limited edition, and I don't think you can get this anymore, but this was a palette that they created to go with their classic back talk lipstick. So it's a double-sided palette. You have the eyeshadows over here, and then you have 2 blushes and 2 highlighters over here. And then it also has a mirror that is magnified that you can take out. I don't know how well this did because I don't think they make this anymore. Like I said, this is limited edition. But because it is limited edition, I wanted to hold on to it because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to find it anymore. Then I have my Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I finally broke down and bought this because of how much hype there was all over the YT. Everybody kept saying that this is their best palette. I have not used this enough to determine whether or not I feel that way, but I have used this a few times and I really do like it. I also, I showed you guys I have the dupe palette to this, and I want to do comparison looks and see, you know, how they compare to one another. But great palette. Awesome to travel with too. Here is the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. You just saw me use this in a Valentine's Day video. I did a collab with my girl, Jessica from Behind the Vanity. We both used this palette. Love this. I used to have more Urban Decay Naked palettes. Actually, I had all of them. And I decluttered quite a bit. I decluttered all of the nude ones. And I chose to keep the ones that had like different color stories. So I do have the Naked Heat Classic Warm Tone palette. And this is the palette that started my palette obsession. This is the OG, the Urban Decay Naked Smoky. I will never get rid of this palette. It has sentimental value. Like I said, this started the palette obsession. Love it. And then here is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics. This is the all matte palette that I just had to have, and now I hardly ever use it. But I like the fact that this has some warm tones on the bottom and some cool tones on the top so that you can create some diverse looks for it. This is the Too Faced White Peach palette, which I think this palette is also limited edition. My favorite shade out of here is this Peach Passion shade. I've already swatched it before, so I won't do that again, but this is a beautiful palette, unique color story. I like the shades. They pull a little bit lighter on me, so I don't gravitate towards this that much. But yeah, I'm keeping it because, I mean, just look at this. And it smells like peaches. Gorgeous. Okay, let me turn this way so that I can show you all of my ABH goodness, okay? So we have the Carly Bible palette, which was a gift. You guys just saw me use this also in a live for a look for Valentine's Day. We have the Alyssa Edwards, Miss Jackie Aina, which of course needs no explanation or introduction. Just admire her in all of her glory. Thank you and come again. The Sultry palette, which this is limited edition now. I don't think you can get this anymore. Actually, no, they did bring it back in like a set, but the palette by itself, I'm not sure if you can still get, but my favorite shade is this silver right here called Cyborg. So stunning. Have the Norvina. I have not used this in a really long time. The Prism palette. I love the uniqueness of this color story. The infamous Subculture, which I know this palette has kind of a hard reputation, but I absolutely love it. And we have the Soft Glam, everyone's favorite neutral nude must-have staple ABH palette. And last but not least, Modern Renaissance. Okay, and yes, that is a wrap. Those are all 133 eyeshadow palettes that are in my collection. Woo, we did it, y'all. And that, my friends, is finally a wrap for this video. I hope that you enjoyed seeing my full eyeshadow palette collection and also some of my singles. That is literally all the eyeshadow that I own in my collection. Disclaimer, I'm a makeup enthusiast. I am so obsessed with makeup. Eyeshadow is some of my favorite things to purchase, but once again, because I have so much, it is why I've put myself on a no/low buy. So again, I really hope that you enjoyed seeing my collection. I really truly appreciate all of you watching and taking the time to watch this video today, taking the time to like, comment, and just interact with me. I really enjoy it. If you enjoy this type of content, you know, make sure that you show me some love and stay connected. Comment down below what you think of my collection. What are some of your favorite palettes? What palettes do you have in common? What palettes do you think maybe I need to add to my collection when my no buy is over? Let me know. Let's chat it up in the comments, okay? If you are new here and you have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure that you turn on that notification bell. Hit that bell on all so that you are notified every time I post a video or go live. Also, make sure you smash that like button for me. It lets the community know that you enjoy the type of content that I am creating for you guys, okay? So yes. All of my returning subscribers, thank you so much for continuing to support this girl right here. And to all of my new supporters that come on board, thank you so much for joining me. Once again, I appreciate every watch, every like, and every comment because it motivates me to create more content. I love y'all so much. I am getting so close to my goals. Let's help each other grow. Let's continue to support each other and love each other, okay? Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you on my next one. Bye.